In March of 2024, we took a camping trip to Charleston, South Carolina. We didn't stay right in the city, we stayed out in James Island, but that's close enough to see a lot of the sights and enjoy the city thoroughly. We even got a little taste of the Charleston Wine and Food Festival. Even when there isn't a festival, exploring the food and the drinks in Charleston, really fun. And on the way, we stopped off in Camden, South Carolina to see where Boykin Spaniels are from. So we camped at James County Park, but before we could even go get our camper, we had to get the truck tires right because they came back from the servicing at the dealer overinflated.
Overpressure. Oh, I can't read this.
Yeah, guys.
Oh, somewhere it's going to say X mini PSI. Here we go to Charleston, adventure number 42. I just made up.
We had the usual fun fighting traffic to get out of town. And like I said, we went the long way, so we spent the first night in Aiken so that we could go up and see Camden and then go to Charleston. Our first night we stopped at a Harvest Host just outside of Aiken. It's called SteepleChase Farms. Now, I didn't know anything about Aiken before this trip, but it turns out that like Atlanta, it started as a railroad town. And then after the Civil War, it became a winter retreat for wealthy people from the Northeast who came down with their horses, and they started a real equestrian center in Aiken. And even now, you can go there and watch polo matches or steeplechase, which I think would be kind of fun. It's actually not expensive if you just want to go and watch. It was fun to camp here. They were very accommodating. We got to go to kind of a reception for some of the competitors at the steeplechase event they were having this weekend. And I got to watch horses, which I still love. Because it was a Harvest Host, we were expected to try to buy something there. And so we bought some honey that they actually bottle from the beehives they keep on the farm.
All right, Maggie. Good girl. Oh, and you stole my Kleenex while I was just trying to hang. What a pretty horse.
I don't know if the sound working. Yeah, I guess it did. Yeah, this just walked up outside of our camper.
Pepper, it's okay. It's okay.
It probably hears Pepper.
I was curious about Pepper, I thought, because they're having trouble making it fun.
Are you going to see our camper? Hello. Hello, little guy. Hi. Aren't you in there? No, you don't want to get in there. What did you think of that, guys? Was that very baffling? Was that very baffling?
We're in Camden, South Carolina, where Pepper's people are from. This is the town that the original Boykin Spaniels come from. So I understand there are some small Boykins hidden around, but there's also these much larger Boykin statues everywhere. That's fun. So I didn't know anything about Camden, South Carolina, except that Boykin Spaniels are from there. But it turns out an important Revolutionary War battle was fought near there, and they have a lot of Revolutionary War history, including a visitor center that will explain the founding of Camden and the role of South Carolina in the American Revolution. If I was still homeschooling, I would definitely go back just for that. I'd go back to Camden anyway because there are other interesting things there, like more steeplechase. Now one of the little Boykins, one of the little hidden Boykins down this alleyway. That means their high school, indeed, their high school mascot appears to be a Boykin. The The day we were there was a Sunday, so not much was open at all. I would really like to go back when we could actually take advantage of some of the cute things in the town. One weird thing was getting back to the interstate from Camden. Google sent us down these dirt roads, which was kind of neat and could be a little scary sometimes.
All along the roadside, the Carolina gelsemium's blooming. Early spring.
We were headed to James Island, which is just outside of Charleston proper. All around Charleston, there are these islands, which don't really feel like islands when you drive to them because you drive over marshes. We are on the road that goes to James Island County Park. We've camped here once before when we first started camping back in, it's probably 2020 or 2021. And I was so excited to be able to get a whole week here this spring. We had a smaller camper the first time we came.
Yeah.
These roads seem less exciting in a Durango and a littler camper.
Low Country Senior Center. Oh, that's not it.
No. I did see a sign that pointed us this way for it just a minute ago. That's still on the right track.
Alright. This is probably the James Island County Park.
It has a really nice dog park. At least it did the last time we were here. I hope it still does. Oh yeah, and I remember that too. They don't take down their holiday lights. They just leave them up and you can see them. At least both times we've been here. It's not been the holidays, but they leave them up just to tease you. Yeah, exactly. Come back sometime and see the holiday lights.
Alright, we made it. Elizabeth's going to check in right now.
They have a shuttle into town for $10. We can't take it tonight, but I can take it the day I go sightseeing in Charleston.
That's awesome.
We camped here in 2020 when we just got our first camper. And I remember thinking it was so cool. Because before that intense, we had only really done like state park camping. So there's this whole world of other kinds of parks that you can camp in. And I was very excited to get this spot, and I still am. You're very convenient to Charleston. But the site I actually picked is site 30, this one. Which, if I were by myself, I would have picked it because I could pull through. I don't know why I picked it. Maybe it was all that was left. Because it really feels like you're just part of these other sites too. I mean, there's no part of this campsite that has any privacy whatsoever. It's a very odd little site.
So they definitely do still have a great dog park at this place. Now, it does have a body of water, kind of like a lake or a pond, and there are alligators in it. So Pepper doesn't like to get much in the water, even though she's a water dog, and Maggie just splashes around with the others. So I wasn't too worried about them. If you have a really bold dog that loves to swim, it might make you a little nervous. There are also great multi-purpose trails all through the park. I think there's about 4 miles of them. These videos are from some of the other days when we were staying there, but it's such a nice park to be so close to Charleston and to Folly Beach. It made a nice walk every day to walk Maggie and Pepper from our campsite to the dog park. But that first night, we weren't taking walks. We were getting ready to go eat.
Well, that's pretty good. We are waiting for our Uber to go to the Food and Wine finale.
getting the name wrong. It was the Charleston Wine and Food Festival. There are a lot of festivals in Charleston. This is the one in the spring.
Good. I don't know what it is. Don't ask me.
Maybe because this was the third choice venue, but it was very crowded. If you don't like crowds, this would not be the event you'd want to choose. And also, I'll say, even though it's called Wine and Food, this finale, we ran into some women who'd come all the way from New Orleans to sample wine, and they were disappointed because there wasn't a lot of wine. There were a lot of booze and non-alcoholic drinks, and I think maybe one or two vineyards, but mostly it was food.
That is a serious setup. Cook's Mill bourbon, highly rated South Carolina bourbon. I get a little bit of coconut. Greenville theme here, so just for the record, this is Comal, and there is also a place called Scamper? Scoundrel. That was amazing. It has steak up her.
All right, so we are finishing up our night here at the Charleston Food and Wine finale. They had to move the venue 3 times because of all the rain and mud, but they pulled it together, and it's no mud, and
Great food and great drinks.
yeah, and I mean really great food from all over the East Coast, from New York to New Orleans. I mean, really nice.
Good stuff from Greenville.
Yeah, I know. So we got a couple restaurants in Greenville now we want to try.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was great.
And I got some Uncle Nearest, which is
Finally.
amazing.
We've been trying to get Uncle Nearest for like
Yeah.
2 years, and it's always sold out in Atlanta near us. So it was worth the tickets just for that.
So honestly, I just recently had Uncle Nearest again. It's good in cocktails. I don't really love it straight.
Am I filming? Yes, I am. Okay, so
Rolling.
yeah, it is really hard to say where the best food in the Southeast is. I mean, I'm gonna say Atlanta.
Right now, it's here.
Well, right this very second.
Yeah.
Normally, I would argue Atlanta has amazing food.
Atlanta's funky, for sure.
And Atlanta's really, well, I don't know, but Charleston and New Orleans
Charleston's got the coast. It's got the seafood.
got the seafood. And then tonight we found out Greenville, which we've been to, but 2 restaurants from Greenville are here. Amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
One had a steak tartare.
Oh, that
Maybe
was
the
so,
best thing. It's called
that I think was the best
Camper?
thing here. Scoundrels.
Scoundrels. We need to go. Sorry, Scoundrels. We need to go see Scoundrels.
And Greenville. Yeah, definitely.
After we finished filming that discussion, I saw a Luna moth being blinded by the big lights, and I was trying to rescue the poor thing, and it took me a little while. So Randy, that's what I'm doing. I look kind of like a crazy lady, but that's what I was up to. I did eventually catch it, and I was able to release it in a darker yard on the way back to where the Ubers were picking people up.
Can you see him?
Yeah.
Come on, guy. You need to be in the dark over here. Very bright tonight, isn't it, Red? Very, very bright. Maybe you just should be right here. Okay. There you go. There you go.
Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. And if you subscribe, you'll see in our next episode as I explore historic Charleston and we find some places to enjoy great cocktails, good food, and learn about the history of this fascinating city.